8 reports about UFOs, abductions, and ETs that you need to know. The best documented reports of extraterrestrial contact in Russia, Iran, the USA, including the Roswell case, and even Brazil. Bodies that fly at incredible speeds, emitting blinding lights and leaving marks on the ground and people. Reports from those who have seen an unidentified flying object, UFO, are full of mystery and a touch of charlatanism. Ufologists, people who investigate these occurrences, claim that 95% of flying saucer sightings are mistakes. Most of the time, they are nothing more than unusual aerial equipment, an electromagnetic phenomenon, or pure invention. With an eye on statistics, Curious Things brought together cases full of evidence, documented by governments, and that not even detailed military investigations could explain. The Roswell Affair, 1947. In July 1947, an unidentified object crashed on a ranch near Roswell, New Mexico. The U.S. government quickly claimed it was a weather balloon, but the story took on greater proportions when an initial statement from the local air base mentioned the recovery of a flying saucer. This statement was quickly retracted, fueling conspiracy theories about the existence of an alien ship and captured extraterrestrial bodies. Years later, eyewitnesses and retired military personnel reinforced these theories, claiming that foreign materials and non-human beings were found at the crash site. Roswell has become a cultural icon, and many believe the government hid evidence of extraterrestrial visits. The Rendlesham Forest Incident, 1980. In December 1980, near Rendlesham Air Force Base in England, several military personnel reported seeing strange lights in the forest. Some of the soldiers, including Sergeant Jim Peniston, claimed to have approached a triangular metallic object that was emitting an intense light. Peniston even touched the object and recorded strange symbols in his diary. The incident lasted several nights, with more witnesses reporting sightings. Although the British Ministry of Defence stated that the incident did not pose a threat to national security, many believe that there was a cover-up of an actual encounter with alien technology. The abduction of Betty and Barney Hill, 1961. In September 1961, couple Betty and Barney Hill were returning from vacation in Canada when they saw a strange light in the sky. They stopped the car and observed an object that seemed to follow them. Shortly afterwards, they lost consciousness and only regained consciousness several hours later, kilometers away. Under hypnosis, both described being taken aboard a ship and subjected to medical examinations by beings with a humanoid appearance, with large heads and large eyes. This case is widely considered the first report of alien abduction and has influenced many subsequent abduction reports. The Case of JAL Flight 1628, 1986. In November 1986, a Japan Airlines cargo flight over Alaska had a prolonged encounter with 3 unidentified flying objects. Captain Kenju Tarachi described the objects as large and luminous, with one of the objects being at least twice the size of an aircraft carrier. The incident was corroborated by air traffic control and U.S. Air Force radars, which also captured the objects. This incident is notable for the credibility of the pilot and the support of radar data, although official explanations have ranged from ice reflections to covert military operations. The Pascagoula Encounter, 1973. In October 1973, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker were fishing in the Pascagoula River in Mississippi when they claimed to have been abducted by robotic beings with mesmerizing eyes. They described being taken aboard a ship, where they were subjected to examinations by floating, featureless creatures. After the incident, both underwent polygraph and hypnosis tests, reinforcing the veracity of their stories. Although Parker initially avoided publicity, Hickson gave several interviews and even wrote a book about the experience. The Case of Lonnie Zamora, 1964. In April 1964, police officer Lonnie Zamora spotted an ovoid object landed in the desert near Socorro, New Mexico. He initially thought it was an overturned car, but as he got closer, he saw two small figures next to the object. The object took off quickly, leaving marks on the ground and burned vegetation. Zamora described the object as having a red and white emblem. The case was investigated by the U.S. Air Force's Project Blue Book, which found Zamora to be a credible witness but was unable to provide a satisfactory explanation. The Phoenix Lights Incident, 1997. In March 1997, thousands of people in Arizona spotted a series of V-shaped lights in the night sky. The lights were visible for several hours and were reported by witnesses from the Phoenix area to the Nevada border. Military authorities stated that the lights were flares used in exercises, but many observers dispute this explanation due to the duration and behavior of the lights. This event is considered one of the most widely documented and witnessed UFO sightings in modern history. The abduction of Travis Walton, 1975. Travis Walton, a forestry worker, disappeared for 5 days after an encounter with a UFO while working in the Apache Sitgreaves National Forest in Arizona. His coworkers testified that Walton was struck by a beam of light and disappeared. An intense search was launched, and Walton reappeared with reports of having been taken aboard a ship and subjected to examinations by alien beings. The case gained notoriety due to the polygraph test that those involved passed in Walton's book, Fire in the Sky, which was adapted into a film. And so we conclude our dive into the 8 essential cases about UFOs, aliens, and abductions. We hope you enjoyed and were fascinated as much as we were. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment your opinion and share with your friends. And of course, so you don't miss any interesting content about mysteries of the universe and much more, subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to receive notifications. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.